Hi there, welcome to this video. In this video, I'll be showing us the difference between an axis and a header in Tableau Visualization and how to create and edit one. So let's just create a chart. I've created a bar chart on my screen by dragging in the order date to the columns and the rows, profit and quantity, and made it a dual axis. One is a line chart showing the trend over time for a quantity, and the other is a profit. So let's just dive right in. So to create an axis, if you look at my screen, you would see this label. An axis is just this continuous variable on your y-axis or on your x-axis. So the axis could be x and y, which you use in plotting your chart. So to create one and to create a header, how do you go about it? Let's just quickly open a new sheet, and I'll drag in a continuous variable. So to create an axis, you must bring in a continuous variable into your rows or into the columns. You can see that we have numbers in there, and when I bring it in here, you have the numbers as well labeled on your y-axis. So if I decide to right click on this, you would see this option, edit axis, in there, because it's an axis and it's also a header. It's showing header because this is what is used in labeling it. However, to bring in just a discrete value, for example customer name, into the rows, you can see that I do not have all the numberings in there, no y or x axis displayed, because it's a discrete value. And remember, all these blue pills are discrete categorical data or dimensions. It could be a measure but a discrete value as well. So if I decide to right click on this, you would only see the option format or show header option. You can see that if I click on the drop down, you would see the show header here. If I bring this to columns and I right click this, you can see the show header listed as well. So to create a header, just a header, not an axis, you need a discrete value, but to create an axis you need a continuous value, and which activates it either in the row or columns. You're fine, and there you have it. And if you have right click on this, you have the edit header. But if you have just a header, which is just a label, you wouldn't have the edit as axis option. And if peradventure you've hidden the headers, for example this, to show the header you have to click on that variable. For example, if this customer name, I've hidden the header, I have to come on this drop down arrow and tick the show header, and there you have it. The same thing goes for your measures as well. To show the axis or to show the header, you can just untick it, and there you have it. You add the header controls both the axis visibility and the header itself. So header is just a term to show what you use in as the label on that axis. So it could be an axis or just a mere header without any numbers plotted or any coordinates. And there you have it. So this is our bar chart, and we have the continuous variable in here, orders date at the top, which is the column name. This is a header regardless of the fact that it is a number. So that's what I want to point out. So let's right click. You wouldn't see edit axis and you wonder, this is a date or a number, but you have the option here. What could be going on? This is because it's a discrete value and it's functioning as just a mere label and not as a measure for data points. Okay, it's not continuous in nature. So let's just quickly show that. If, for example, I bring in a continuous variable into rows and I have axis activated, and I want to change this to I want it as a dimension. It's still continuous. I still have the option of a data axis. But if I change this to discrete, it just functions as a label, regardless of what I'm going to plot with it. Or let's just put this at the side. You can see that I have discounts here and I have my numbers here. This is a label. It's just a label. So it's going to be activated as just a header. You can see we do not have access because this is discrete. So the discrete property makes a number or a continuous variable function as a mere labeling, just attaching names to it. But when I come in here, this is continuous. It's a measure. You see edit value, so it's measuring that quantity, and that is why you have it as an axis. So always remember, it's not just looking at the numbers alone, it's how it functions as a discrete or as a continuous variable. So that is how you can show and hide, create your header and show your header in Tableau. I hope you find this video useful. Thanks for watching.